All right, Mike Asti here, sitting with PJ Mustipher. It is the East-West Shrine Bowl here in Las Vegas. He's representing Penn State and then talking to some NFL teams, trying to show himself. So, PJ, how's this experience been so far in Vegas and being able to really grade yourself amongst peers, some you may not have known before, and a lot more than just in practice at Penn State and then whoever you play?
The experience has been great, man. Just getting the opportunity to showcase my talents, with the best in the country. With so many scouts watching, I'm getting to play under the Patriots coaching staff, so just learning so much from them. Just really understanding it. I wanted to come out here and really dominate. I wanted people to be talking about me, but by the time I left, and just leave a good impression on people. I felt like I put a great body of work in at Penn State, but the work isn't finished. I'm just getting started. I think this week a lot of people eyes kind of were open, like, okay, dang, he's moving quicker, he looks good, and stuff like that. But it's just a tip of the iceberg. I really haven't showed much yet because just the season ended only a couple weeks ago, so my work has just been started. But it's just been an awesome experience. I felt like I'm really doing good. Still a lot of things I want to clean up. Heading into tomorrow's practice and in the game. The things I want to continue working on. But it's like I said, this is just the start of my NFL career. So I got plenty of work to put in. I'm willing to do that.
And you mentioned the Patriots, so I was actually going to get there because I actually already wrote about this. I saw that Bill Belichick was pulling you aside. You got some one-on-one time. He doesn't do that with everybody.
For sure.
So what was he saying to you? It looked like maybe at times he was kind of giving you some pointers and giving you kind of the traditional Bill Belichick tough love, but also complimenting you both ways. So what was he talking to you about, and what does that mean to you to get one-on-one time with Bill Belichick?
Yeah, for sure. Just talking about, reading the slide as an interior guy, understanding, when to push the middle of the pocket, as an interior defensive lineman, understanding gap accountability, especially when the rushing is critical to not allow the quarterback to be able to step up. So he was just taking me through, when I get a slide, push that pocket, feel the center's leverage, know who you can defeat, because he was just taking me through, okay, you got an athletic tackle, your guard's going to be more athletic, and the center, it's not going to be as athletic as the other guy. So he was just taking me through that. So it was good feedback and stuff that I'm just continuing to add to what I have going on already. And then he was just complimenting me on one of the plays I had read, felt the screen, and stop my rush and retrace. So he told me good job. So that was pretty cool. But man, it's been awesome. People have been hitting me up about it back home. I told my family, after practice, I was like, man, it was crazy just like standing there with him for a couple of minutes on the practice field and just being coached by him. He requires you to be, at your best at all times, and that's the type of coach I want to be surrounded by. Coming from Penn State, Coach Frank was the same way. You're required to be your best on and off the field. So, if I were to get drafted by the Patriots, or if I ended up on the Patriots, I'd definitely appreciate having already spent some time with him and being able to play under him full time. I know it definitely take me to the next step.
Well, he doesn't pull those sidebars with people just for nothing.
Yeah,
so
for
you
sure.
never know. What other teams have you been talking to here outside of just the Patriots? Have you spoken to the Steelers in particular? We do cover the Steelers. And what are those teams saying to you?
Yeah, just it was just normal conversation, trying to get to know me. This is really the first time I've talked to any team around the National Football League. So just trying to get a feel for me. Met with a whole lot of teams. Met with the Steelers. A couple of teams that stood out to me. Meeting with the Giants GM, that was huge. Having a lot of their personnel around me. Extensive conversation with the Bills, stuff like that. So, definitely meeting with a lot of teams. I think this is just the beginning, though, because I'll be at the Combine as well, so I'm sure those conversations will continue. But just fortunate, man.
What are you doing on your own time to prepare for the draft? Because now you're away from a major college program. You're going to have some time certainly before the Combine and then after. What do you do on your own time? And then, how are you going to take something from this experience here at the Shrine Bowl to adjust to prepare you for the draft?
Yeah, just I'm in Chicago training right now. I'm doing my training out there. I made so much progress. From the time I left the Rose Bowl, I took a flight at like 4:00 in the morning in California time to get started training, so I could get a jump start because I know people had already started training if they hadn't played in a bowl game or whatnot. But that's pretty much the thing I'm doing. I'm training, 2 or 3 times a day, working closely with people in the medical field as well. To whether it may be nerve people, chiropractor, massage therapist, just getting all that stuff, making sure my body is where it needs to be to perform at a high level during my workouts. And as far as what I'm taking from this week, I'm taking everything I continue to work on as far as my game, everything I'm taking for as far as what I want to continue to do in the weight room, get stronger and stuff like that. So I'm hitting the ground running as soon as I get back. I'll probably get back in Chicago on Friday and start training Saturday again. So everything I want to add so much more to my toolbox and develop so much more as a player by the time May comes around.
You getting any advice from any Penn State greats that made it in the NFL, they're in the NFL now, or even just players in the NFL in general? Some of your peers, Pat Fryermuth, obviously different position.
For sure, I've talked to those guys a lot, especially when they were going through it. So I kind of, all the advice they gave with me stuck with me. I got a lot of friends in the NFL coming from Penn State, being on, so many talented teams. I've talked to those guys, so I never hesitate to reach out to them. They're always just giving me great feedback. And having my brother who plays in the NFL as well, I'm surrounded by people who have been in the NFL and been successful in the NFL. And I'll continue to lean on those people throughout this process.
And just lastly, and it might be a simple question for you because you've been through it, but how has Penn State prepared you for this opportunity now and for the next level? You talked about Franklin and the coaching staff earlier, but just now that you're in it, what does it mean to you to have been at Penn State? How prepared do you feel because you're at Penn State? What do they do that maybe not every program in the country is doing as well?
I feel absolutely. I'm prepared beyond measure. I'm so glad I went to Penn State because I think Penn State is. I don't think a lot of people realize. It's a hard place to go. You are demanded to be in the classroom, be there early on and on time there, while maintaining a high level on the football field as well. So there's no one aspect you can lack off in at Penn State. And, that's just not one day or 1 week or 1 month. That's 12 months, 365 days a year. We're doing that and we're being held to a high standard. So, I just carry that, with me. I've carried that in this bowl game, stuff like showing up 10 minutes early to meeting, notebooks sitting in the front row and stuff like that. Letting coaches coach me, always taking coaching advice. Those are the biggest things, and just, taking what I'm doing from the meeting room to the practice field and just getting better every day. I think that's what these coaches want to see is consistency at a high level. And that's, as I move along in this process, that's what I'm going to require of myself.
All right, man. Thanks.
Yeah.